Secrets from a Coach. Thrive and maximise your potential in the evolving workplace. Your weekly podcast with Debbie Green of Wishfish and Laura Thompson-Staveley of Phenomenal Training.
We decided that what we would do through the month of the summer month would be to reach out and get something from each of us about what is our top tips that are going to get us through the summer. So it's one question and one question only, which is this one, Lynn, which we would love you to share your thoughts on. And the question is this: what are or what would be your 3 top tips to get people through the summer month?
Oh gosh, the 3 top tips to get us through the summer. Well, you know me, Debs. My relationship with my boundaries are very important to me, and that does carry on right the way through the summer.
Yeah.
So I think one thing, because you know we're very busy and we're often running around. So summer for me is very much around taking the time to reconnect with people that I want to connect with and slow things down a little bit. One thing I definitely have noticed about myself and my well-being is I'm very conscious of radiators and drains.
Yay.
So what I tend to want to do is connect with people, take time out, spend time with people that I know will lift me up. And I will feel, good having spent some time with them. And I really make sure I stay away from those people that just drain me or pull me into some game playing. So definitely be aware who's your radiators and who your drains are.
Love that.
I've made a conscious effort since we broke up from school, which is to consciously check in with my sleep. So at least twice a week, and it's really about setting achievable goals. I'm very I can be a little bit all or nothing, left to my own devices, which is I must get to sleep early this week, and then I don't. And then I get cross with myself for not having done it. So I set myself small, feasible, realistic targets, which is twice a week I will get to sleep by 10 or get in bed by 10. So phone's off at 9, phone away from bed, because twice a week I can do. More than twice a week, not really realistic.
To keep it real. What was that stat though that you shared? Because we were on a workshop last week talking about this, and you said something about the hours between 10 and 12. What was that all about?
Years ago, something sticks in your mind forever. I was doing a workshop around well-being, and the person that was the speaker in front of me was a wellness and a sleep expert. And we were chatting sort of backstage, and he was telling me that there is some evidence to suggest that our body does things at certain times of the day. So, for example, your body detoxes and cleans its liver out between the hours of about 3 and 4. So if you drink too much alcohol, like more than your body can really cope with happily, that purge of your liver can be so harsh that it wakes us up. Then we get disturbed sleep, which makes us need to do a wee. So alcohol, I'm very mindful of that. The other thing he said is there's some evidence to suggest that our circadian rhythm and all that, our body repairs itself between the hours of 10 and 12. So if you go to sleep for 10, you've got 2 solid hours of what he called reparatory sleep, where your body is literally repairing what it can, resting, etc. So my question to him was, at the time, well, suppose you go to bed at midnight, because that was the sort of time I was going to bed.
Yeah.
And he said, oh yeah, you just miss it. I said, well, surely you get it like, at 12. He went, no, you just miss it. And I tried every way I could to try and catch him out, but he was adamant. And that's something that's scored into my memory. So twice a week, I'm consciously, we're getting on a bit, Debs, making sure my body gets its full repair between the hours of between the hours of 10 and 12. And I think what would be my third tip? I think my third tip is to I'm very conscious we're going to be going away, with the family next week after next, and I want to break the habit of doing. I'm very action oriented.
Right.
I'm very often tempted to go, right, let's do this and let's book in a boat trip then and let's go here. What I've done this time is to focus on being.
Nice.
I'm just literally taking my foot off the gas. And if I fancy a walk or I fancy a boat trip when I'm there, great. But what I'm going to focus on doing is just unplugging and resting, which I'm probably not great at from a boundary perspective, because I like to be organised. I tend to go, right, so 3 o'clock on Thursday, we're going to be doing this. So I've got that, the time we're away, there is nada.
There's nothing. That's your boundary.
Nothing. That's my boundary. And I'm quite happy to be flexible and let things pop up, but I'm going to be going absolutely aimless. I'm going to be aimless for a few weeks. So you know what it's like, Debs, when we're coaches, we're always action oriented. What's our next step?
Yeah, that's true.
So my next step is to be stepless.
I love that. Stepless. So stepless, sleep, and
aimless,
just connecting every now and again. Aimless. I love that. Put your boundaries in and making sure you're connecting on the right level.
Yes, connecting with the right people on the right level. I think that's my takeaway for this summer's hotspot for me.
Hotspot. I love that. So, Lindz, I want to say massive thank you for sharing your top tips. One question only. And I know I sneaked in a couple, but it's really important for people to understand what are the boundaries, as you said, and putting them in place to enable you to have a good summer, right?
Absolutely. Debs, but with my boundaries, I'm always connecting with people on their okayness. There's people that I connect with them because they're okay and I'm okay. And when we've got time off from the doing, that those people become more valuable to me. So I'm very mindful of who I choose to spend my time with.
I love that. Well, you have a fab summer, Lindz, and thank you for sharing.
You're on my okay list, Deb.
I'm okay. Right. I'm all right. I'm okay. I'll be checking in. Don't you worry.
Brilliant.
Thanks
for having me, Debs. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.